Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Dave's Oddcast Film Night with Andy Martin. How you doing, Andy?
Wait, I am well up for tonight's movie discussion.
Oh, yes. It's about the legendary Bruce Lee. The Dragon is the biopic of Bruce Lee, and we are going to discuss this. You know what? Can I just say, for the content that's coming, don't get me wrong, I am a fan of Bruce Lee, but in my research and oh my God, like the image of Bruce Lee just shatters. And we'll get into that. So, I'm understanding that you watched the movie. So let's start off. What did you think of the actual
It's a
movie?
movie hundreds of times. It was one of them films when I was little that I played over and over again.
Yeah, like when I was little as well, because my dad was a fan of Bruce Lee. So we'd watch Bruce Lee movies like Big Boss. And I remember when this movie came out, right? It was 1993, it came out. And I remember watching this movie, and oh my God, it just confirmed my belief in Bruce Lee. I believed he could beat anybody up. You know, he was the best in the world. And through my research, and I've discovered that's just like part of the image, you know, part of the Bruce Lee franchise. We're going to get into stuff which which is quite contradictory of the character that the movie portrays. He was a bit of an arsehole, and bit of an arsehole. So
Well, it will sometimes.
yeah, that's what I mean. You know, with biopics, yeah, all right, they just try and cram everything in. But what you don't realize is that humans are complex, and with like legendary characters like Bruce Lee, this kind of mythology of greatness, which we are gonna fucking blow apart now. Right, let me start off with,
Shit, yeah.
yeah, let me start off with, and do you remember when you were watching the film, yeah? And do you remember it starts off
Yeah.
with this image of a demon and things like that, you know, the
Yes.
samurai demon, which was known as the Lee Curse, which was actually branded by Hollywood, not the Lee family themselves. Basically, this curse, not true. Bruce Lee never had a dream of a demon. The only thing was that it's a Chinese tradition. See, what happened was before Bruce Lee was born, he had a brother, but he died.
His
Uh,
mom was pregnant.
no, no. Basically, what had happened was his brother had died uh, at the age of 1 year old. Then he was born, and because his parents had this superstition, they dressed him up as a girl, as a baby, because the superstition is every male after that will die. So what they did was they dressed him up as a girl, and even as a baby, they put like a girl's earring in him. But that was it. That was it. There was no mention of him actually dreaming of a demon coming to get the family. And the thing is, it highlighted the film and the myth because 6 months after that film was shot, his son died, Brandon Lee, on the uh,
Yeah.
on the set of The Crow. And you know, the Hollywood press boosted this up as like, oh, it's the Lee family curse. When in actual fact, there was only two members of the Lee family that died, the father and son, Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee. So that was bullshit to start off with.
Bullshit to start off with, Dave.
And,
And we don't like starting off with bullshit.
yeah,
I don't like it. You
don't,
don't fucking like that shit.
but mate, I've done my research, and that's the way the cookie crumbles, mate. Do you know what I mean? I can't really. Yeah, I'm as hurt as you are, but
Yeah.
it's going to get deeper than this,
I'm
mate.
hurt.
Right?
Oh,
You know,
shit.
you know, yeah. I know, yeah. It's fucked, and it all my image is just quite depressed. But like, so basically, they're showing the film, yeah, that you know, Ip Man, you know the film's Ip Man. You know, he was a
I know. Wing Chun. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he was an expert in Wing Chun. And basically, they showed Bruce Lee in the film at a young age, um, training with Ip Man. And but this is also not true. Basically, Bruce Lee wanted to learn Wing Chun. To Bruce Lee was in a gang in his youth. I mean, not like a serious gang, like a middle class gang, because he come from quite a well-to-do family, right?
Wow.
And basically, the leader of the royal gang knew Wing Chun, and studied under Ip Man. And this leader of this gang actually beat Bruce Lee up. And Bruce Lee, out of frustration, he's like, who's this guy that trains him, man? I want to beat this geezer up. So he goes to Ip Man and he says, all right, could you train me so I can beat this guy up? You know, the laughter and everything. And he said, yeah, I'll train you. And that's how the training actually came about. Now, what makes it worse, right, is that in the biopic, it says, Bruce Lee had to go to America because he beat up this Navy guy or something, punctured his lung. But this is not true, because the reason why he had to go to America is because when he learned Wing Chun, he wanted to try out his skills. Yeah, so he'd pick fights with people in the street, right? And this one guy he picked a fight with come from a very important family. So the police went round to his parents' house, his mum and dad's house, yeah, and said, look, if you don't straighten this kid out, we're going to arrest him. One more offence, we're going to arrest him. You know, he's known for street fighting with this gang and stuff. And so what happened was, because Bruce Lee had an American passport because his dad was from the Cantonese opera that toured in America, and he obtained a passport. And Bruce Lee was actually born in America. He had this passport, and they said, okay, go over to America, because you'll also be able to secure us a place there in the future. You know, if you become a proper American citizen and list for the draft. You know, otherwise, if you don't do that, your passport might get revoked. So they sent him off to America. For that reason, it wasn't kind of like, you must follow your dreams, you must go to Hollywood, you must make a sound that even I can hear it over here. All that was just Hollywood's mythology. And what you got to understand is the biography was actually written by Linda Lee, his wife. So it's not a true portrayal of him at all. At all.
It's not a true portrayal. I used to do. I did Wing Chun for a couple of years, actually, a few years ago when I was early 20s. And
We're
the
old now.
dude who taught me, he used to say, someone brought up Bruce Lee once anyway while we was training. And the geezer said that because he studied in China, because he was from a wealthy family, got sent over there. And he said that none of the great Wing Chun masters really had any respect for
They
Bruce
did
Lee
not.
because his technique was awful.
Yeah, they did not. See, the thing is, most people think Bruce Lee and he's like a martial artist who became an actor. No, no. Bruce Lee, because of his dad and stuff, he played in films in Hong Kong when he was little. He was like the Macaulay Culkin of Hong Kong, man. He was a child star. And
Was
basically,
he?
yeah, man. Yeah, I found this out in my research. Yeah, well, basically, yeah. And he he was an actor that learnt kung fu and then brought the kung fu to America. It wasn't the other way around, you see. And the thing is, Bruce Lee, like a stand-up comic, yeah, he had a persona, and his persona was this martial artist. It was a persona. I'm not saying he couldn't do it, because apparently he was a good fighter, and what he did was he tried to perfect his style with all the styles of martial arts crammed into one. He did do that, you know what I mean? I'm not just slating the guy. You know, he was a fighter, but he was an actor before he was a fighter. Like, so,
Yeah.
you know, and he's never had any professional fights on record. In fact, yeah, right, all these stories of him like challenging people, they were just mainly demonstrations that show people. He'd go, watch, you could block your punch. And in the film as well, they were talking about like how he broke his back uh, with the secret tournament that they had with the Chinese elders. By the way, there were no Chinese elders. That's a myth, right? because he was teaching at Guaylo, the whites and blacks and the Westerners, the ancient arts of Chinese culture, where that scene where apparently he broke his back was not true either. I mean, he slipped a disc lifting weights, and he was out of work for 6 months. Linda Lee had to get a job because he'd
Oh
also
dear.
yeah, and he never broke his back. And that Johnny Wong never sucker punched him, never kicked him in the back as he was walking away. Bruce Lee won the fight, but then the geezer, I think his name was Johnny Wong, yeah, the geezer who who played, sorry, Johnny Wong watched that film and he tried to sue Linda Lee and Universal Studios $2 million because it was an outright lie, and he had a reputation to uphold.
Right.
So there were
Yeah.
no Chinese elders that were saying you need to be challenged because you are teaching quite low. It was just other young kids about his age just whispering amongst themselves, going, "What is he teaching these people for?" I'll tell you what, let's have a fight. And he fought the guy, and he only lasted about 3 minutes. He won, but there was no kind of sucker punching in the back. There was no kind of call by the triads for him to stop teaching. You know, that was all a myth, apparently.
It's all a myth, Dave. I am feeling quite fat because it's been over Christmas, and I think if I eat dog, will I end up with a Bruce Lee physique?
Dog.
Because, yeah,
Oh yeah. Probably not.
I love eating dogs.
Probably not.
They love dog.
Yeah, but it depends what you would have the dog with. You know,
I've always
if you was able to have it with a
with another
salad,
dog.
then maybe. But if you was to have it with chips, you know, all the trimmings, bit of tripe.
I've always wondered, do you, if you're in a country that eats dog, order like a Labrador steak or, you know, a Chihuahua leg?
Could be
Or
possible. You know, I used to think that was a myth. Now, I'm not saying all Chinese people eat dog, but I used to think that was a myth, but I found out it was not. I saw some video footage of some
it
guy
is not a myth.
skinning a dog alive, and it was a shame.
It's a bit gruesome, that is, and there's no need to skin a dog alive. Fuck
Do you know
me.
what I mean, man? There's plenty of
But
other meat about. There's plenty of other meat about. Like, why you gotta be so sadistic about it, man?
you can have some of my meat. I've got prime line here.
Prime line belly draft.
After, yeah, man can have some of that if he's really
Mate,
that hungry.
I'm fat, but you can mostly see if I'm sitting in an awkward way or if I'm naked, I look terrible. I look like a fucking turkey.
Yeah, I haven't got much hair either, so I look a bit like a turkey.
mate, mate, I ain't got much hair. Like, the only reason I keep this beard so people can distinguish me from being a man or a woman. Like, seriously, man, I'm 34. I started growing a beard at 28. A beard.
I can't grow a decent beard. My beard is just like little. I'm like you. I hold on to it because I can't grow it.
Also decent. Look at all the gaps, man.
Yeah, you know what? I've got one there, a little bald spot. I look like a real twat.
Yeah.
When it
But I
goes
get
too
this
long.
to link up, man. I want like a proper beard, man, and all I get is this pubic hair attached to my face. I look like a Brillo pad.
Why don't you shave some pubes and super glue them to the parts of your face that don't grow hair?
Could do.
And then,
I suppose.
if you always use the same size razor every week, the same grade, no one will ever know that they're not growing.
That's true.
This is true.
We could live in complete mythology like fucking Bruce Lee.
We could. If I can tell that you're quite angered by this film.
Nah, I'm not angry. Well, I don't. Do you know what? I'm not even
Something-
putting Bruce Lee down. I just don't think. See, I just don't think the film does him justice as a complex character. It's almost like the film itself was just a kung fu film, when in fact it's not a kung fu film. It's about an actor, and it should. I think it should be redone.
Yeah, maybe one day it will be redone.
Because they even portray him. Right, I'm not putting him down. I'm saying he's a complex human being. We all have flaws, right? But even the way he was portrayed as a family man, and like I found out, yeah, right, that he wasn't, because if you think about it, he was an actor in the '60s in Hollywood, right? You
Throwing
know,
his
like,
little Chinese
free
Twinkie and
love and that,
everything.
bro, look, free love and that and everything. Like, mate, the geezer would be rolling in it, like. And the thing
Rolling.
is, yeah, bro, the interesting thing is, he even died in his mistress's bedroom. But
Did he?
because, yeah, he did. And people don't mention that either, right? People don't mention that. He died in his mistress's bedroom, yeah. But because of the pressure of the press, Linda Lee sort of wanted to bury that. And any kind of franchise of Bruce Lee that comes out from the Lee estate would not mention anything about that because it's a touchy subject. But he had multiple partners. Because the thing is, in Bruce Lee's culture, I found out that, and even in the culture of those days, it was kind of like the man had a double standard. He'd come home, uh, uh, be a loving husband and everything, but go to work and shag the secretary. But Bruce Lee had the same ethos, you know. So that weren't
Yeah.
even true. And it's interesting how he died in his mistress's bedroom.
I heard that he died by something else. I can't, like poison or something, some
No,
shit
no,
like.
no. What it was, like, he took some painkillers, and apparently his brain had an allergic reaction to those painkillers, and then he slips into a coma and then died. Not a coma in the hospital, he was in a coma on the bed and it killed him. Like,
People always say that you slip into a coma, but do we think you actually slip, or do we think you go, oh fuck, 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 boom?
you don't sleep, you're in a coma.
You don't sleep. You fucking, you get dragged kicking and screaming into a coma. I
Yeah.
presume. Never been in a coma, thankfully. Although some people watching this might wish for it.
Yeah. I'm
There
sorry,
you
but
are.
yes.
Let's talk about martial art style for someone in a wheelchair. Let's talk about this because it is something that could be done.
It could be done, but again, it's over. Maybe I could become a martial arts expert in a martial arts called, I don't know, Will for You.
Yeah, I think someone like Will Wang, that will sound like authentic.
Will Wang,
Will Wang,
the Will Wang style,
or
right?
the wheelchair bear.
The starving disabled.
Yeah, and then when you're teaching everyone and they're all doing like hada hada, you can be like forward, back,
Forward, back,
right,
forward, back, ram, ram, ram.
hit and run.
Yeah. To become the wheelchair, you must think like a wheelchair. Turn
But it's,
corners and get
I
over
think it is.
balance life.
I think it is something. To be fair, out of all the stupid ideas that I have brought to our attention over these
We have
podcasts,
brought
I
to the
think that is
attention.
something. I think that could be an actual thing.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
The way of the chair.
the way, the
If
way
you
of the
must
chair.
sit, you must stand inside.
No, but
Floor,
it is something.
master the wheelchair ramp. Resistance is release. On the way down, you're already on the way up. It's just a load of word salad, as people say. Isn't it? You could say anything. It could sound like wisdom, and that's another thing as well. Like in the film and that, like the so when he apparently fucking breaks his back, he slipped a disc. When he broke his back, apparently Linda Lee was writing notes down for the book, of kung fu and stuff. But like that wasn't true either. She never did any of that, and the book weren't even finished when he died. It was just a load of notes that he compiled for the book, and it was released after his death.
I actually read the Bruce Lee's martial. I can't remember what it was called. Something like the Way of Jeet Kune Do, something like that.
Jeet
But I read
Kune
that
Do,
when I was younger
fly
because I
like
used
what?
to do some martial arts when I was younger,
Yeah.
and I used to read a lot of books about different styles and whatever. And his book, was shit compared to the other books. It was shit.
Yeah.
It was just like, you know, kick people, do this, do that. Whereas the other books would go in depth about, you know, training, breathing, stuff like that. His book was about that thick, and it was just like pictures of different scenarios where if someone's coming at you with a knife, you know,
Yeah, because again, there were notes compiled for a book, but he died before he could even finish it. So what they did, they published the notes and said that was his book.
well, that is shit.
I don't think I'm not even. Do you know what? It sounds like I'm like being bad on Bruce Lee. I'm not. I'm saying the film was bad on him because it portrayed him as someone that he weren't. Now, to fully understand, if you want to fully understand, yeah, someone, you can't understand them in like an hour's fucking worth of film, can you? You know what I mean? So it's kind of thing where I suppose I had to compress it. Linda Lee loved the idea of her husband. This was the way she probably saw her husband and wanted the public to see him in the same light. Because our heroes, you know, we don't want to hear any kind of nastiness, like dying in their mistress's room. Like, you know, that's kind of fucked. You know, for a
Yeah, but
geezer that
then,
was portrayed as almost pious.
yeah, pious, that is the word of the day, I think.
Pious, isn't it? Yeah, it's
Pious,
good.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I've had my brain
Bad man
fused for
word,
that.
touching to that shit.
Yeah, yeah. But like, yeah, that's the thing. And you know what, right? And they say like Bruce Lee, like he'd pick fights, man. That's what bugs me. And even that scene in the restaurant, you know, where apparently he kicks the ass of the people in the restaurant.
Right. Oh,
That
yeah,
is
the
that again is also not true. What actually happened was, um, when Bruce Lee moved over to America, he was promised a job by his dad's friend's wife, right? And no, sorry, he weren't promised a job. He was promised a place to live. And then, well, because Bruce Lee came from a well-to-do background, man, he had servants, you know. And
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And basically, he then went there and he weren't expected to do the dishwashing or anything or do loads of other stuff. He just thought he was going to live there, go to college, get his high school diploma because he never had one in America. He never finished high school in Hong Kong either because he was running around with gangs. Um, and so, but instead of just living there, the woman was like, "Nah, you're working as well, man. You're paying your way." And apparently, he was a real sport brat, and he used to throw insults at the chefs, like the other chefs, and they kind of resented him because they weren't from a class that he was in China, and they thought he was a bit of a brat, right? And the only altercation that happened that was on record that his other employers said that what actually happened. He goes, one time a chef put a butcher knife to his throat, and then Bruce Lee went, "Come on, then," but it stopped there. It weren't even a fight.
So I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking that, you know, Linda Lee's taken a lot of the rap for this, but what about if Bruce Lee actually said to her, "This is what happened," you know, she can't talk
That's
to you
what I mean.
anymore because she's dead.
That's what I
But
mean.
then,
I think Linda Lee, apparently she was a strong woman, but she was a quiet woman. And she knew what he was doing. I think what it was, yeah, right, because he was a showman, she wanted to carry on that legacy for him. So anything that came out that was Hollywood, because I think she just saw Hollywood for what it was and said, all right then, I'm gonna give the people a legacy that they can hold on to. I'm not gonna tell people about the gory details because it's not their business. So I kind of get it. I kind
yeah,
of get
well,
it. You know what I
it
mean?
would have been
I
a
mean,
bit of a
there was even one scene in the film where he's shooting a film in Thailand, and like this female actress puts it on him, and then he gets tempted, and he's like, "No, I love my wife too much." They even cut that out because I thought it was too racist.
to be honest, the to be honest, I can't remember what I was going to say. But I think as long as I talk, I might remember.
Yeah, just fill the. I'll help you along, buddy. I'll help you along.
I'm
So,
just filling the gap.
hopefully you won't go. It's Christmas.
Mm,
I'm
yay. White farts from me.
not gay. I just like how it feels.
I'm forever blowing bubbles, white bubbles, out
Oh
my
my God.
arsehole.
No, you're just ignorant. Bubbles
Nothing,
mean you can get in the bed. You can get in
You know
bed,
what
Bubbles.
we've got to do at some point? I feel like we have to do a series of our favourite South Park episodes. Obviously,
Ah,
that's what that's.
yeah, yeah. Let's get in the bed, Mr. Jefferson. Come on,
Yeah.
Cartman. Yeah, let's get in the bed. Let's play. A blanket, little blanket. Do this. I'm actually a Michael Jackson fan, but it's funny as fuck.
You are a Michael Jackson super fan.
Not a
Let's
super
not
fan.
beat around the bush.
But
Dave, come
he
on.
didn't. He been around Albert. No, I can't say that. We don't know, do we? But let's let's stay clear of that. Because
Let's
we could
just
even we could
assume.
if we want to talk about it, we can talk about it on another episode, man. If we want to get into it.
I feel like you will be too protective over your Michael.
No, I won't because I didn't know him. I don't know. But what I think and what I found with my research, because I research a lot, like I'm unemployed, I ain't got girlfriends, I'm unemployed. But anyway, I research a lot of things, right? Like, well, we could get into that on another episode if you like. And it's not protecting him because I didn't know him.
I don't know if we're going to be able to because this is a film podcast.
I know, innit? I
And I
know.
don't feel like Michael Jackson,
Yeah, but
unless we did like Home
when we hit
Alone.
the big
I'm
books,
very picky from
when we
there.
hit the big books of being like great and stuff, you know, we can talk about anything. Would be like,
You might hit the big books, but I'm forever just going to be your sidekick.
no, you're not. Don't you ever
I'm
say
the,
that.
I'm the fat sidekick.
Don't you
You know
ever
what I
say
mean?
that.
I'm like the muscles and you're like the brain.
Yeah, you're my muscle.
Oh, padunk, that muscle, yeah.
What's the strongest muscle in a woman's body? My penis.
Yeah,
How'd you like them apples? I hope some feminists comment.
feminists. I don't. Do women listen to this?
I hope so. I hope that. I hope that like it's not.
Should they
It's for
not be in
everyone,
the
and it.
kitchen?
Oh my god.
Should they not be listening to this whilst washing up? Dave,
I'm gonna
Dave,
kill you.
Dave. Come on, Dave.
Look, yeah.
Every episode, you're just waiting for me to say something, and yeah,
Yes.
something.
And here it is. You
And
know,
here
this
it
is
is,
why
yeah.
earlier, like I was just talking and talking about Bruce Lee. If I just talk and talk and talk and talk, you probably won't drop one in. But he has. He has, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, to be fair, you are the one who was speaking about feminists, so you kind of opened the door.
Okay, fair enough. But women could go in the kitchen if they prefer to go in the kitchen. They might not want to go into the kitchen. It's their fucking business.
Yeah, they might want to make the bed.
Might want to make the bed.
Hoover.
They might want to hoover around a bit. I might want to clean
No.
the house when I come fucking home. No, I'm only joking. Of
In
course not.
all fairness, I
You know
am
what?
not one of those people who believes that
No,
I'm that something.
at the end of the day, people should know, man. At the end of the day, we're joking, and if they don't, they can tell me over.
I'll be joking. Sometimes I'm serious, but on this occasion, I'm not that serious.
We are definitely serious in what we're saying and our opinions, definitely. And you should believe that wholeheartedly because you know what? You're stupid. Not you. I'm talking to you.
I thought you were talking to me. I
Not
was
you.
like, Dave, that's a bit fucking intense, isn't it?
Sorry, man. I just insulted.
Boxing Day.
No,
It's
yeah.
Boxing Day while we're recording it. Hope
Yeah.
everyone had a good Christmas.
I did. I just played Call of Duty with my dad. It was pretty good.
Was it a bonding moment?
In a way, yeah. I think it was. I think it was. It was unspeakable. I remember just blasting the head off some kind of person online, and my dad looked at me proudly. No, actually, no. He had me he had me fighting the bots because he didn't want me to ruin his online thing. He loves it.
Really?
Yeah. He loves Call of Duty. He loves it. Like,
A lot of people do.
I remember hearing him. He's been playing it for a couple of years. Like my dad's about 64, right? And like I remember him once just online, and these kids started insulting him, and I could hear him just, oh, plus these kids. I go, fuck off, you little wanker! Stop camping! Like, and like, I swear to God, he loves it, mate. But it was good. It was a good Christmas. Quiet. Because I come from a big family, and like I got like 5 brothers, 3 sisters, and
I
like
didn't know if you meant that everyone in your family was fat, but you don't.
nah, not everyone. There's a couple of us that are chubbers.
How is
Right?
that?
Yeah, yeah. Wow, actually, my brother Aaron was a chubber, and now he's just losing weight. Like Matthew,
Yeah.
my other brother, he fluctuates. He's like me. See, I'm fat year up. You can only tell when I've got my top off. Right, like, but like my brother as well, he fluctuates. Sometimes he can be a chub, sometimes he can be skinny. Depends on how stressed he is, I suppose.
I went on a diet in November, me and the missus, and I lost about 1.5 stone. And then I feel like the past few days, it has just fucking spiraled out of control. And
Yeah,
I have put loads of weight back on. I feel fat as fuck.
mate, you are not fat. You're
Big
beautiful.
boned.
You are not fat. When you look in the mirror, just say, I am not fat. I am beautiful.
That
Mate,
doesn't change the fact that you're fat, though.
no, 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 but you can change that fact. If you feel like that, I think you look beautiful, mate.
Oh, I feel beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like one of these people who's
Start
like, oh
telling
my God, I'm
you
fat.
start assuring your girlfriend like that she looks good. No, you look fine. You look fine. You're not
Yeah,
fat.
I'm not like fat, like I feel like, oh my God, I'm fat. I think if you're fat, and it's because you eat too much, you should fucking do something about it if it's
Yeah,
making you unhappy. But
that
I
kind of.
like eating.
I love it.
I'm an eater.
It's the only thing. Like in this pandemic, apart from doing this podcast with you, buddy. Right, it's one of the things like I look forward to. So I find myself eating like loads of fucking fast food. Like, so
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, McDonald's deliver now. I don't really like McDonald's, but they deliver now. I'll get one. And now,
Mm.
like, I swear to God, man, like, I think most of my money these days just goes to Just Eat. Like, the
When
might,
you go into a Mackey's now, there's fucking loads of delivery drivers there.
yeah, you know what? They're hired out by Just Eat, right? And they're terrible, right? Because I remember when my order weren't coming, right? I'm gonna call them out on this. I don't give a shit, man. Like,
All them fuckers out
it
there.
really pissed me off, man. I wanted my food, right? Like, like it was like 2 hours late, yeah. And I was like, on the tracking thing, it says your food is nearby. And then like I'm like, yeah, it keeps on saying this, but it's not true. I've had no phone call and everything. So I call McDonald's. I'm like, hello, where's my fucking food? They're like, we don't know. We don't hire the drivers. Just Eat does. So I was like, where's your contact? And I was like, well, where's my food? And they were like, blah blah blah. I go, can I have a refund then? They go, oh, we don't do refunds. You're gonna have to do it through Just Eat. So now I'm typing to this robot all this crap. I'm not Just Eat, going around in circles. I'm saying, look, my food was late. I haven't received it. I want to cancel it. You know, it took them 3 days. It took me 3 days to get through to them. No, sorry, they called me back 3 days later going, oh, what's the problem? This is the investigative team or something of Just Eat. See, it's crazy. And then I ended up getting a refund and that, but that was really difficult to do. I don't like their systems and you need to fucking change it. Otherwise, I'll call you out again. I want my food, man. I want my food and I want it properly. I don't want it cold and I don't have to want to wait for a fucking refund because you fucked up. Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
mum, I want to name a shame so I know. I think it
Go
is
on,
the
mate. Do it.
Deliveroo. The Deliveroo do food? Am I thinking the right people?
Say that again, mate.
Deliveroo.
Yeah, yeah,
Deliveroo.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
the,
yeah.
yeah, right. My mum ordered a KFC from there and they missed off my missus burger. And then said to Deliveroo, like, where's that fucking burger? And they was like, we can't give you your burger. We'll give you a refund. No, I want a fucking burger. You know, if I wanted to go to KFC and get a fucking burger, I'd have gone to KFC and got a burger and saved fucking £2 or whatever it was. I mean, so that was really difficult to get a refund off them as well. Which,
Do you know what? In all seriousness, isn't that as well? Yeah, if you're stuck in the pandemic and you, for some reason, you couldn't cook for yourself, and you just depended on like takeaway food, and that was the only thing you had because you couldn't get out to the shops or anything, and they never turned up with your food, right? Then you would have to wait ages for a refund. You never had any money, so you spent your last money on that. To wait 3 fucking days for a refund. You fuck. Luckily, I can cook for myself, but I'm just fucking lazy. But still, you're paying for a service, man. And I get it. It's the pandemic. There's a backlog of like deliveries and stuff. So many people might be doing it, but at least have the common decency to refund it if you don't fucking turn up.
can
And I
we
don't
do?
have, and I don't have to go through all the palaver.
Can we do a series of shows, or Dave and Andy's Pet Hate Oddcast, and then we could just monologue fuck about things?
I would love that, Andy. I think actually that would be some kind of therapy.
Yeah, screen therapy. Ah!
And also, it's not necessarily negative, it's getting rid of all the negativity. So we can laugh and joke about the negativity and name and shame some people on the way.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I think it's something we should give some thought to.
Yeah,
Everybody
definitely.
won't give a fuck, but we should still give some thought to it.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll have an audience. Well, I appreciate any listeners, even if it's only fucking one. I feel privileged, and that's true, man. Like, even with one, right? We have more than one. We have about two.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, but like even it, like I appreciate it, man. Anybody that takes the time to listen to us, fucking just go on. I appreciate it, man. So that's to you, the fair few listeners we have so far. But because we're fantastic, obviously this is gonna
If you
bloom into
don't get
something
offended,
great, and we're gonna be legends like Bruce Lee, and our stories are gonna be fabricated. In fact, Andy, your story is a story to be told, and a lot to like. I don't know, man. Do you, do you reckon we should do like a personalised podcast about each other one day, like just talk about our personal, like kind of do our
yeah,
own biopic to almost well not films, but like if there was
I
a
think
film about, I'll tell you what, if there was a film out about you, who would you have play you?
Dave, that is a good
I,
fucking
I,
question.
I have a person bloke who could play you, but I want to hear yours first.
I know what you're gonna say though.
Yeah, but I want to hear
That way
yours
you're gonna
first.
say.
I
But
know.
if I was gonna, it'd have to be someone who was really fucked up on drugs. I think.
Most of
Um,
Hollywood.
yeah, so any of them fuckers, you know. Um, but it can't be a little tiny dude either. I'm not talking
No,
like your Tom Cruises and your Leonardo DiCaprios. They're little. They're
yeah,
little
yeah.
men.
You need like a big burly bloke. I don't know.
John.
Zach Galifianakis.
Ah, yeah,
You know the
yeah,
geezer out of Hangover.
yeah.
Him.
Gaze is fucking
Oh,
funny.
I would say Tom Hardy, and you knew I was going to say that because I don't
I
know
know
what it
you
is.
think like
You
that.
do remind me of him a little bit, like so. I would say Tom Hardy, but he's little as well, though. Isn't he? You need
Yeah,
like, you need
true.
like a big bloke, any?
A big fat white dude, yeah.
No, not fat, mate. You stop calling it. You're very tall, and you're very Rubenesque.
Barrel shaped, my mate
No,
said.
no, but I mean, like, you're very tall, ain't you? You need somebody
I'm
really
quite tall.
fucking tall. You know what I
I'm
mean?
quite
It is a case of little large because I'm a tiny bloke in a wheelchair. I'm like a baby compared to you.
Yeah, but when I lift you up, you are as high as.
Yeah. Do you know what we do? We do what is it? What is it? Dirty Dancing where they do that
69ers.
scene.
Oh,
What's it
dickhead.
called?
The lift. Yeah,
Is it Dirty Dancing where they do that? And like,
yeah.
I'll wheel up in my chair and then Andy catches me, then I'm there like in the air in the
Yeah, we
leotard.
just need a
It's
ramp.
for our research for films. We really need to get into the characters.
We need a ramp.
And just be Patrick Swayze and Fox me.
Yeah. wheelbarrow foxer with one leg under each arm, bombing you around the room.
Yeah, we're not gay. I just like the feeling of it.
So your arms give out and you fucking got carpet burn on your cheek.
That's what happens. You've
This is
really
what
thought
happens
that
to
through.
people.
You've really actually thought that through, ain't you? Like,
I have thought it through many times.
Like, it's kind of like, you know, we were joking around, but you went into deep detail about
went
the
a bit
carpet
dark,
burn
yeah.
and how my body would react to the carpet burn. It's like you relived it plenty of times in your head.
That is why you have grown that.
You just said, eh?
That is why you have grown that beard. To stop the carpet burn.
Well, it reduces it while still maximising the pleasure.
Yes, this is fucking a good point.
That's it.
Right, Dave, I am going to go.
I'm going to fantastic. And please try not to hate Bruce Lee. Hate the film, not Bruce Lee. Because let's give the man some respect in the sense of he brought a lot to Hollywood. He was people's hope. You know, he put Chinese actors on the map, you know, and he did a lot of good. He had several schools that would teach, what was it? Taekwondo?
Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, Jeet Kune Do, right? And, you know, he did a lot for Chinese culture, American culture, and Western culture overall. And we thank him for that. But the movie was bullshit, and that's Dave's review.
We call bullshit.
We call bullshit. And we will see you soon again.
Is it my choice?
It's your choice, man.
The Matrix.
Should we do that? Oh, yes, we could go into deep philosophies and everything. That's brilliant. Oh, mate, yeah, let's do the Matrix.
Dave,
See you all.
I'll catch you soon.
I'll catch you soon.
Thank you, for watching, people, and all that.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and please subscribe. You know what I mean? And for a bit of banter and a bit of film knowledge. But I would also say, research what we say if you don't believe us. You have the internet now, so you should be finding this information out your fucking self.
If they research what we say, they will probably get pounced upon by some kind of government authorities.
What about Bruce Lee?
Rape and stuff like that. No, not Bruce Lee.
No, government authorities. They're into rape. They're into all that shit. They're just jumping on us because they think we're cutting in on their action. We're only joking.
Yeah. Right.
So,
I'll speak to you soon.
And I'll see you later, mate. I love you.
Take it easy, Dave. Love you too. See you in a bit, mate.
See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm trying to press leave. I can't find it.
I'm going to press it. Don't worry.
I've got it.
I'll find it for you. I'll get it.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. I'll get it. Oh,